I won the case of a woman cheating on her husband, but I regret it every day. I'm an attorney, been practicing family law for over a decade. I've handled bitter custody battles, high-stakes divorces, domestic abuse, cheating scandals, prenups that could make your eyes bleed. You name it, I've litigated it. I've been called a shark, a miracle worker, even the woman who gets women out of hell. But this one broke me, and the worst part, I won, but I wish I hadn't. She came to me like many others before her, shaken, tearful, terrified. Let's call her Clara. Blonde, soft-spoken, dressed like she just walked out of a PTA meeting. She sat across from me in my office holding a folder filled with photos, a few documents, and a shaky hand gripping a stress ball, and whispered,
"My husband is dangerous. I need to protect myself and my daughter."
She showed me the photos, bruises on her arm, shaky phone videos of him yelling, messages that seemed controlling. And her daughter, 8 years old. Clara told me her husband was threatening to take custody and ruin her life. I believed her because I'd seen real monsters and her husband. From her description, he fit the mold. We started building her case. I even advised her to move to her sister's for safety. I was on fire, emotionally and professionally. Here was a woman saving herself and her daughter. I felt proud. So I did what I was trained to do. I fought, and I fought hard. The husband, Mark, looked bad on paper. He had a DUI from 2018, a couple of aggressive texts, financial control over the household. The court leaned in my direction almost immediately. I helped Clara file for sole custody, a restraining order, and control of the marital assets, including their house. I didn't doubt her, not then. She played the role perfectly. Mark's legal team wasn't strong. He hired a local solo attorney with limited resources. But when Mark took the stand, he didn't scream. He didn't rage. He just broke. He said,
"She cheated on me. Repeatedly. I begged her to stop. I was trying to hold my family together. I may have yelled. But I never laid a finger on her."
He provided evidence, screenshots of messages from Clara initiating fights, mocking him, saying cruel things like,
"You're a pathetic excuse of a man."
He showed a PI report of Clara with one of his former co-workers before she filed. He gave us phone logs showing her calling him 15 plus times in a row, not the other way around. But when we cross-examined, Clara broke down in sobs. She accused him of surveillance, manipulation, and said he was trying to make her look unstable to win sympathy. She painted herself as scared.
"He's twisting everything,"
she sobbed.
"I was trying to survive."
Mark didn't fight for the house. He didn't argue about assets. He only begged for one thing.
"Please, I just want to see my daughter."
The judge sided with me and issued the restraining order, gave her full custody. Mark was granted supervised visitation only. 2 months after the verdict, I got a letter in my firm mailbox, no return address. It was from Mark. It wasn't long, just 2 pages.
"I know you were just doing your job, but everything she said was a lie. The bruises were self-inflicted or old injuries. The yelling clips were spliced together from multiple fights. The texts were taken out of context. I tried to get you to see the full picture, but no one wanted to believe me. She cheated, she manipulated, and you helped her destroy me. I loved my daughter. She was my anchor. But now I'm labeled a monster, and she'll grow up hating me. Please, tell her I tried."
He ended it with,
"Don't let this happen to another man."
The next day, I found out he was dead. He'd hung himself in a cheap motel room near the courthouse. Something inside me broke. I spiraled. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I went back and re-reviewed every file, every testimony, every scrap of evidence. The photo metadata, no timestamps. The bruises, no medical records. The videos, abruptly edited, only showed the shouting, never the build-up. The texts, Clara claimed to have lost access to her old phone, conveniently wiping her messages. Then came the final blow, a message I didn't expect. A mutual acquaintance, another mum from Clara's yoga class, reached out to me via LinkedIn and asked if Clara had told the judge the truth this time. Turns out Clara had done this before to a previous fiancé. Same pattern: cheating, manipulation, self-victimization. She nearly destroyed that man too, but he got away before the legal system could crush him. Mark wasn't so lucky. I filed an internal ethics report. My firm's partners said there was nothing we could do. The case is closed. The evidence, even if doctored, was never proven false in court. I asked to reopen based on new testimony. Denied. I went to Clara's house, not as her attorney. I had withdrawn from her case. I just needed to see her. She opened the door with a smile.
Oh, you again? Something wrong?
Behind her stood her daughter, holding a colouring book. Quiet, expressionless. She didn't smile, didn't blink, just stared. I noticed her fingers twitching, a nervous tick, one I'd seen in traumatized kids before. That's when it hit me. Clara didn't win custody to protect her daughter. She won to possess her, to weaponize her.
She's doing great,
Clara chirped.
So glad everything worked out.
Everything inside me screamed. That child didn't win. She lost everything. I left without saying a word. The system is broken. People assume courts favour women in custody cases because women are more nurturing. But you don't see what I see. I've watched abusive mothers win custody with crocodile tears. I've seen manipulative wives bury decent husbands with fake evidence. I've had male clients walk in begging for help because the system is already biased against them. Yes, some men are monsters. I fought those cases too. But Mark was not the monster. He was just destroyed by a system that listens more to fear than truth, by a woman who knew exactly how to play it, by me. It's been 9 months. I quit my job. I work now at a non-profit that provides legal aid, that provides affordable defense for parents, mostly fathers, fighting unfair custody battles. A new client came in, Eli. His ex-wife was claiming he was stalking her, threatening her, and trying to manipulate their 5-year-old son. But Eli had evidence, full emails, video clips in context, messages showing his ex telling their son to lie to the social worker. I took the case and won. It wasn't easy. The court still leaned toward the mother, but this time I fought harder. After the trial, Eli broke down crying in my office.
Thank you. No one believed me, not even my own parents.
I read Mark's letter again that night. He was right. This can't happen again. I was invited to speak at a judicial ethics panel about gender bias in family law. I was nervous. I knew I might get blackballed, but I didn't care anymore. I opened my testimony with Mark's letter. I read it out loud to a courtroom full of judges, lawyers, and clerks. Tell my daughter I tried. There wasn't a sound in the room when I finished. One judge had tears in her eyes. I ended with, "We talk about protecting victims, but the truth is we don't verify who the victim is. Sometimes the abuser is better at acting." That night, I got 5 emails from legal clerks thanking me. 2 admitted they'd seen similar patterns but were too afraid to speak up. Last week, I got a letter in my office mailbox. No name, no return address. Inside was a child's drawing, a house, a stick figure holding hands with a little girl. On the back it said,
"Thank you for helping my dad. I know now."
It was signed with a single name, Maya, Mark's daughter. I sat there in my chair for almost an hour, holding it like it might break. I won a divorce and custody case for a woman who lied about being abused. Her husband lost everything and killed himself. I discovered the truth too late, and now I've dedicated my life to defending falsely accused men in court. The system is broken, but I'm trying to make it better.